Thanks. We're really glad for the opportunity to speak to everybody at MEF. MMD Smart is a global telecom carrier. We focus on voice and SMS. We also have a fax product, which not most people know. We're a global telecom carrier. We carry voice and SMS services around the globe. We have hundreds of interconnections with other carriers around the world, many direct interconnections with major carriers in different parts of the world. About 3.5 years ago, we went into the messaging business, which has been fantastic. There's been huge growth in that area, focusing on A2P messaging. And I'm here basically to promote our A2P messaging services to our partners here, to meet with partners, to find some new partners for us. And we're also promoting our new smart messaging platform, which we've just launched, which looks a different way of looking at the messaging business than the way that the current A2P messaging business is functioning. So it's a different type of business model, it's a different way of looking at the KPIs, the key performance indicators that the enterprises who are buying our services from are interested in. Smart messaging for us is the future. Basically, it's the future of our company. We can keep doing voice and SMS and trading back and forth, but that's not going to be really where the interesting stuff is in the future. The way that the A2P messaging market has grown over the last 10 years has been unique. Messaging is the most ubiquitous way of communicating. We think that messaging is also much more viable and much more trusted to the majority of consumers, the majority of people who are using it. And we know from the data that's come up is that people look to communicate with their brands or with the companies that they want to communicate with, and they want more communication coming to them from those brands via SMS. And we see that that's been the trend for a while. We think that the apps have succeeded in a number of places, the on-phone apps, but messaging within the apps is not the right way to get these messages. Even for millennials, who are the ones who are using the apps and don't want to speak to anybody, they all see their messages. They don't queue their messages, even though that's what they're looking at. And messages are answered to, they're responded to. So we came and we looked at this platform and how we can build a different business model. And the business model needs to be a business model which is not the newspaper in the 1920s model. 1920s, if I had a store in New York City, I'd call up the New York Times and say, okay, what's your subscription? You have 1 million subscribers. I'll put an ad into your newspaper, and I'll reach 1 million subscribers. Some of those newspapers ended up wrapping fish. Some of those newspapers ended up being sent back to the depot, so only 900,000 people actually saw the messages. When we sell messaging to enterprises, we're doing more or less the same thing. We sell them a package of 1 million messages, but the global delivery rate is not 100%, it's 91%. So only 910,000 people are actually seeing the message. And we're not using the advantages of the platform, the SMS platform, which makes it different from the newspaper. Obviously, we're not wrapping fish with SMS, but the other differences is that we know who the person is. We know where the person is. We know some of where the person travels or not. We know many things about that user who's getting that message. Someone buys a newspaper on a street corner in New York, we have no idea who they are. Second thing is that the person can have an immediate dialogue with us if they want. We have a way of communicating with them. We can have a two-way dialogue with that consumer. You can't do that with your newspaper. And the third thing is that it's immediate gratification for the user. They can click on a coupon. They can do something with it. There's immediate something happening, which you can't do with the newspaper. If I see that ad in the newspaper and I need the coupon, I have to find a pair of scissors, click it, get in my car, drive to the store. Here I can do something immediately. And we're not taking the advantages of that model and using it. And so we looked at what is interesting, what the enterprises who are sending messages via our services. And we built a platform that helps them achieve their desired result, their desired outcome, whatever it would be. If it's a marketing manager from Pizza Hut, they want to sell more pizzas. If it's a security manager at my bank, he wants to make sure that he lowers the fraud level. If it's the gate manager at Dulles Airport, he wants to make sure that the plane takes off on time, because his key performance indicator at the end of the year when he sits as a manager is what was the percentage of late departures that we had from our airport. That's his indicator. Sending messages does not come into the conversation at all. The problem has been that it's been one size fits all. The messaging business it was a stepchild of the voice business basically, and we basically took the same model. In voice we sell minutes, here we send messages, we sell messages. The same bulk product basically. that's one size fits all. If we look at, first of all, the different geographies you mentioned, so first of all, delivery rates are different in different geographies. The usage cases, the contexts are different. People are using messaging and using their phones for different things in different geographies. So that's one thing that's different. But the second thing is every user, consumer, every enterprise that's using it is not the same. They all have different reasons. As I mentioned, the key performance indicators are different. It's not how many messages I send, it's that I sell more pizza. That makes it, which is why a one-size-fits-all package doesn't work, okay? If I go into the store, you and I are different sizes, or anybody is a different size, I have a very hard-to-fit size. If they give me your suit jacket, it's not going to fit on me. My suit jacket will fit on me, so how do I make that experience fit me? We have to do that in this model. We have to make sure that our customers, our enterprise customers, who are serviced by A2P messaging companies, are getting the product that they need and want, and not the product that it's easy for us to sell and make money from. Well, in terms of geographies, we think that Asia and North America are really the two areas we focus on. They're also the two major areas in terms of global A2P enterprise traffic. That's about 70% of the market, just those two geographies. So that's really our focus right now. We're building up teams in Asia and in North America. In order to provide that, we have to have a much bigger enterprise sales team than we currently have. In terms of actual industries or actual use cases, sky's the limit. We're talking about the travel industry, we're talking about the finance industry, we're talking about the OTTs, basically the retail industry, basically almost any industry can use our smart messaging platform to improve the results of their campaigns or improve the results of their messaging, which is what it's built on. And it's actually fairly easy to use. They can use the same bulk messaging dashboard that they get from us, and they can add on tools for smart messaging that will help them increase delivery rates, increase the engagement rates, and increase their conversion rate, which is what they're actually looking for. They're not looking to just have messages. They're actually looking to create new business with that. And we like to say, okay, they're sending messages, the enterprise is sending messages to the consumers to improve the user experience. That's true, but that's actually a byproduct. In the end, they're sending messages to improve their business results. And we have to understand for each customer, for each enterprise, what are their business results they're trying to achieve and help them achieve those. We can't do it with a one-size-fits-all approach.